Let's take a look at Chapter 2, Problem 27. A jet plane lands with a speed of 100 meters a second and can accelerate at a maximum rate of -5 meters a second squared as it comes to rest. A. From the instant the plane touches the runway, what is the minimum time interval needed before it can come to rest? B. Can this plane land on a small tropical island airport where the runway is 0.8 kilometers long? Now let's take a look at the given. The speed at which the plane travels at is a velocity of 100 meters a second. It also accelerates in the negative direction at -5 meters a second squared. Now let's take a look at the find. In part A, they want us to find the minimum time before it comes to rest, or the T minimum. In part B, they want to know the distance before the plane stops. So now let's take a look at section A. They want to know when the final velocity is equal to 0, or when the plane stops, how long or how much time has passed. For this, we'll use the equation V final is equal to V initial plus AT. Now we plug in what we know. They want V final to be 0 because that's the velocity when the plane stops. The velocity at which the plane touches the runway is 100 meters a second. Add this to its -5 meters a second squared acceleration and multiply that by t. When we solve for t, we find that it takes 20 seconds for the plane to stop. Now in section B, they want to know if a 0.8 kilometer runway is going to stop the plane, or going to be enough distance to stop the plane. For this, we'll use the equation V final squared is equal to V initial squared plus A delta x. We know that the final velocity is going to be 0. We know that the initial velocity is 100 meters a second. Add this to the -5 meters a second squared acceleration, and delta x is just the final minus the initial. We know the initial is going to be 0. So this can be written as Now when we solve for x final, we realize that the distance it takes, the minimum distance it will take for the plane to stop, is going to be 1,000 meters. 0.8 of a kilometer is less than 1,000 meters. So the answer is no. The plane cannot stop with the given distance. Here are your answers to part A as well as part B.